Hello and welcome to A Study in Chaos. My name is Kat. I publish under the pen name Kat Leo, and I do stuff online at KatsChaosCafe. And I haven't posted anything in almost a month. Um, so August was supposed to be this month where I would write a lot and edit a lot, and I did not do that at all. Um, it also lined up at the end of August was my injection. It's August 29th on the day I'm recording this, by the way. So last week, Wednesday, on the 20th, was the day I was supposed to do my injection. I've had a sore throat for 2 weeks now. I got a sore throat on like the 13th or 14th. And so I postponed my injection by one day to ask the doctor, like, hey, should I postpone my injection? Which honestly, if I had postponed it, um, I wouldn't have taken it by now. But they told me like as long as I'm not on antibiotics, not to worry about that. But so my injection was this month, and I could pretty much tell that I needed my injection, I think. Um, so for anyone who doesn't know, I have ulcerative colitis, which essentially means my body decided it was cool to attack my colon, and just itself in general, which really sucks. And that can lead to bleeding when you go to the bathroom, and I don't mean peeing. Um, and you can have an extreme urgency to go to the bathroom, so it's just not a fun time, especially when your colon is inflamed. I was diagnosed in May of 2022. Um, and I am now currently, as of September last year, so September 2024, I started taking Stelara, which has definitely helped. It's definitely working better than the Humira. Humira just didn't work for me. My body fought it so hard. And the Stelara has worked wonderful. Like, I was able to eat a salad back in November. I've been able to eat a little bit more veg. Um, except when it's getting close to the time for me to inject. So I inject every 8 weeks. So the first dose, the one in September of 2024, was an infusion. And the maintenance doses are an injection that I have to self administer, which I absolutely hate. I do not like needles. And it's not like I liked the Humira one because it was in a injector pen, so I never saw the needle itself. I just, felt it go in. And I do not like needles. The sight of a needle makes me nauseous. And when you do an injection, you have to look at the needle to make sure you're doing it correctly. So I apologize to anyone. I should have trigger warning this, that I just talked about needles, but it's sorry, that is the last of the needle talk. Anyway, so I had to do the injection, and it knocks me out. So I already knew that this month I was definitely going to have at least 2 days where I was going to be down for the count. What I didn't prepare for was my sister messaging me and being like, hey, the kids got kicked out of Clubhouse. They can't go back till Wednesday at the beginning of the month. Um, can you watch them? So I watched Sister A's kids. And then I also got a call from Sister C going, hey, so your niece D, I'm using the first letters here, guys, is in band camp. And band camp is like the 5th through the 15th. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can babysit. Because D has been, she wanted to earn some money so she could save money so she can buy stuff that she wants. Um, and she has been babysitting. We're very proud of her, and she's been saving her money because she's like, I have a goal in mind, so she saves that money. But my sister needed someone to watch the kids, so Aunt Cat showed up, and so the first full week of August was me babysitting, honestly. The only day in the first full week that I didn't babysit was the 4th of May, or the 4th of August. But I babysat here at the house on the 5th. I babysat at my other sister C's house on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And those are not like short babysitting days. Like, I went to my sister's house before 9 a.m. and then I left after 4 p.m. So my sister had to go to work. She works in home healthcare. The thing is, she does have a gap in her day where she goes home. She goes home for 2 to 3 hours. And so like there was some time in that period of time in that period that I wasn't in charge. But just because you're not the adult in charge does not mean you're actually off duty when it involves children. Because whether mom is there or not, sometimes they're like Aunt Cat. So, and then that Friday on the 8th, oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. Um, because I play with the kids. I don't just sit back and let them self-entertain. There are some people that like they do just sit back and let kids self-entertain and you just monitor. I actually like walk around with them. The youngest is 2 years old, okay? And if he could live outside, he would live outside. So we went outside and he rode his little tricycle. He wanted to play in the water. This is a water boy. He is such a water boy. Um, so he was running around and having a great time. And I was running around with him. I wasn't just gonna like let him be. Um, and then there is 2 10-year-olds, a 7-year old. Like you have to pay attention to all of the children. There's also a 15-year-old there. But the reason she wasn't babysitting is she can only handle very small periods of time with the kids, like as the one in charge. She does not have she gets too anxious, in all honesty. Um, whereas her sister D is actually a year younger than her. She's 14. She she doesn't have the anxiety that her sister has. So that's why she is the one who babysits, really. And G helps. She does help, like with the older kids. She was there to help if I needed assistance or something, because there's a lot of kids in the house. So like if I needed something, she was there. Um, or she could help me. Like, hey, can you watch them for a second so that I can get them a snack type of thing? As long as I wasn't being followed by a strawberry obsessed toddler. Seriously, that little boy went through like a whole quart of strawberries in one day. It's they eat a lot of strawberries. Okay, it's through that fresh berry phase. Let me take a drink. Coffee. But add in that like I did all this playing stuff for 3 days straight. Plus the before that I was puppy sitting. So the 3 days I was at Sister C's house, I didn't have the puppy, but she also has dogs. So like we were letting the dogs in and out. But on Tuesday the 5th, here at the house, I was puppy sitting for somebody and watching two children. So like for 4 days actually in a row, now that I think about it, it wasn't just the three. For 4 days in a row, I was taking care of kids, I was taking care of animals, and I did a lot on those 4 days. That Friday, the 8th. My mom got out at like 4:15. My brother-in-law got home just before 4 o'clock from work. Hi, Hephaestus. So my brother-in-law drove me to the store that my mom works at because it was a lot closer than driving me home. And like I went to the store, got my mom's keys to take my stuff to her car because I had like a bag of stuff just in case I needed it. But then we needed to do some shopping as well. And I ended up um like we were walking through the store and I had the cart, thankfully, because the lower back pain, I don't know if it's sacral pain like area. Also, something I don't know what I did to my sciatic nerve on my left side. My sciatic nerve, something happened to it. I do have some stretches somewhere. I gotta find that paper. That my doctor suggested I do because really, once you've messed, from what I've heard, once you've messed up your sciatic nerve, no, you're just gonna have to deal with it for the rest of your life, and that sucks. um, but we were walking, and like as we were going through the store, like grocery shopping, I was leaning more and more on the cart because I ended up like there was a point where I was like, Mom, I probably should have gotten one of the electric carts that like people ride in because I could feel like it wasn't fully spasming like it used to do when I got really really sick and was like borderline malnourished. But there were times when I had to stop walking because like there was a slight spasm or a twitch going on. And so I was in a lot of pain. I definitely would have preferred to have been sitting down. Um, and I probably could have like not had to hurry as much. So yeah, I at the beginning of the month, like I was all tuckered out, and then I spent that entire weekend resting. Essentially, I did the coffee bunny stream, but I essentially rested the entirety of the 9th and 10th. Um, and then I only babysat one day the following week because my sister didn't need me on Monday and Tuesday. She needed me Wednesday. And then her my brother-in-law, he ended up taking 2 days off. So that I think he decided he didn't he's like, I don't want to go to work. And but he has vacation time and stuff that he can use, so he just took 2 days off so that like they wouldn't have to worry about me going getting rides over there and stuff. And then they wouldn't need a babysitter for a couple days. And then he got to spend the day, like, he got like a 4-day weekend that way. Um, so yeah, I've spent, and then I got a sore throat that I went to a doctor to make sure I didn't have like strep throat. They also tested me for COVID. I didn't have either of those things, which I wish I would, because I don't know. I've had a sore throat for like 2 weeks, for over 2 weeks. It's annoying. It's obnoxious. Boy. Um, and then also, I'm helping homeschool my niece. Niece G is getting homeschooled, and Aunt Kat, my sister's like, "Will you ask me to help?" Because I take education very seriously, and so I had also spent time working on that. So instead of writing, I've been babysitting, being in pain, being unconscious because I took like a 4 to 6 hour nap on the day I actually did my injection, and then um my niece, her education stuff. It's I've done a lot this. Oh, also the beginning of the month started with my family reunion. So, because my family reunion was the first weekend in August, so it started the night of the first. I went to the reunion on the second, which means I was outside for 8+ hours in Michigan heat in the boonies. And yeah, so this month has been a lot of stuff. Um, and a lot of things I that consistently happened. So I consistently was babysitting because also I didn't mention all of the days that I was puppy sitting, but I was puppy sitting several times throughout the month. And like I got paid to puppy sit and I got paid to babysit. But also that's not a lot of money. um when I'm like, I should be focusing on all of my creative content, and I haven't posted a damn thing in almost a month now because the last post I did on my Substack was the fourth or was the fifth, and then the last podcast episode I think I did was the fourth. And I think I was honestly talking about how excited I was to do things, just like, and then I haven't done it. So I did get like one chapter done in Briar's Hollow and the Pixie Infestation, which is Briar's Hollow 2, so the second novella. I did edit like 4 pages, like handwritten pages, like because I printed off Briar's Hollow in the archive. So I did edit like 4 pages. I haven't digitized that, but like I want to go through the whole draft before I start digitizing things and doing those edits on the computer. But like, y'all, there are kitty babies running around right now. I have not done any creative content or like the writing and stuff. Like I've barely done any of that. And my plan or my goal for August was to do all the words August, and I have not done it. I haven't done the routine portion of it. I haven't done the word count portion of it. Unless I magically get a 10K day over the next 2 days, or like if I get two 10K days in the next couple days, that is the only way I'm achieving all the words August. And because if I add in the word count for some of the stuff I was doing for my niece's stuff, which I was told to count, I still need at least 11,000 words. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I just accidentally smacked the microphone with my coffee cup. So it is. That's been my August. I don't know what my September holds because there's Labor Day. We're doing school stuff with my niece. So some of my energy is going towards like lesson plans and stuff like that. But I only see her like 2 days. But then I also have to plan the stuff that like she has to do on her own. It's a whole situation. I have a doctor's appointment with my gastroenterologist. So my GI. I see them on the 3rd of September. So because I had some blood work done before my injection. I haven't seen them in like 3 to 6 months. No, 6 months. I haven't seen them since March, I think. Was it March? I don't remember. It's been a while since I saw that doctor. So we're gonna go over. Hopefully, they got my blood results. The hospital that I got my blood work done at is really bad about sending the stuff to the person who actually ordered it and not just the wrong doctor. Like it's my doctor they send stuff to, but sometimes it's the wrong doctor that they send stuff to, and that's annoying me. Um, so there's that. But yeah, so I see my GI. I don't think I have my injection in September. I think my injection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My injection should be in October, I think. Though I might ask my doctor if we might be able to shift my injection so that it's 7 or 6 weeks instead of 8 weeks, which I don't know. That or she might be like, why don't we keep you at 8 weeks and then we can try out this other medication that helps supplement stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It's just I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Um. Also, kitty babies are chaotic, and I love them. As I watch Sassy just prowl through. I don't think she walks. She either saunters or she prowls, and I don't know, suspicious every time. Yeah, you man, you're suspicious. So yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble about my August. Um, I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, the rest of August, or actually, you'll be hearing this in September. I hope you had a good August. And remember, don't let the chaos take you. Bye.